live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri. It's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Hey, good morning, friends, and welcome to a special edition of Wake Up with Greg. I'm your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center, and we are here in our beautiful O'Fallon, Missouri location in the St. Louis area. We were at an amazing concert last night with Spyro Gyra, and I'll be talking more about that in the show, but we're here in O'Fallon and enjoying the beautiful store here. I mean, it's just a great looking place, and so the set is completely different from what you're used to, but I'm here, we're doing it, we're going to have a good time. I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome to the show. For those of you new to the show, never seen this before, wondering what we're doing, as I said, my name is Greg. I'm with Palin Music Center here, in our home base is Springfield, Missouri, but right now in O'Fallon, and I'm here every weekday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central, to share the coolest instruments on the internet for you. I mean, you don't normally see these on my show, all these really amazing guitars behind me, but I do have some wind instruments to share with you today, because that's what we do. I share today. I've got kind of a little assemblage of stuff of what we had here in the O'Fallon store. I've got a clarinet for you and a trumpet and a saxophone, so we'll be showing those off. And these are instruments that are available for you to purchase on our website at palinmusic.com, or by giving us a call at 417-882-7006. Or checking out our Reverb page at reverb.com, or come into our stores. We got stores all over the place. I'm right now in O'Fallon, Missouri, and these horns are actually right here in this building, so you can come in and check us out, and we'd love to have you. Or in any of our other locations in Arkansas or Kansas or Missouri or Oklahoma. We're everywhere. We're just taking over the world. But anyway, so that's what we do. And then in addition to the cool instruments, we just have a lot of fun together. I share music with you. We could be talking about anything. Could be art, literature, food, travel, whatever, anything that just comes to mind. Stuff I'm interested in that I think you might be interested in. And so that's what it is. That's what we're going to do. So that's pretty much the scoop of who we are and what we're doing. Today's Friday. Got the weekend coming up. It's beautiful outside. Absolutely gorgeous weather. It is cooling off. It's feeling like fall. So I hope you guys are getting some of that as well. We certainly want to keep our friends and family in mind out in Florida and those areas out there that got hit by Milton yesterday and this week. It's a hot mess out there. So just keep those people in your thoughts and prayers and help them out. And then, so what else we got going on, Jordan? I mean, yesterday was a busy day. We had my interview went amazingly well with Jay Bekenstein of Spyro Gyra yesterday. It was so much fun. It couldn't have been better. I'm so excited to be sharing that interview with you shortly, once we get it all edited and produced and ready to roll. So maybe next week, maybe the week after, but we'll definitely have that for you. And so stay tuned for that, because it's super exciting. Other stuff we got coming up. We've got Cars and Guitars Trunk or Treat happening on October 26th at our Springfield location. So bring your cars, bring your kiddos, make sure you're in costume. You know, we've got there'll be food, there's gonna be live music, there's gonna be raffles, giveaways, just all kinds of fun stuff. So, and certainly the candy. Come for the candy, if nothing else. So that's coming up, and then it's we're cruising into the holiday season. Trees are changing colors, and it's looking good out there. So we're going to get this party started. Like I said, happy to be here in our beautiful O'Fallon store. But before we go any further, let's do what we got to do. Say good morning to Jordan, and he's over here now, as opposed to over here. He's on the other side. Good morning, my friend. Man, had a great time last night.
Yeah, it was awesome.
The food was great. The show was.
We had a great spot.
Yeah.
See the show and
Perfect. Everything. Got to hang out a little bit after the show with the band. Oh, so good. So big weekend plans. Anything exciting?
not really. Just hanging out.
Hanging out. There you go. Yeah, I'm probably gonna sleep tomorrow, to be honest.
Pretty tired.
Yesterday was a long day. You probably noticed. I know it's Starbucks. I didn't have my regular coffee today. My Hawaiian coffee is sitting at home waiting for me. But Starbucks will do. Nice caramel macchiato to get the day going. Classic. All right. Well, what do you say we dive into this thing and get this party started?
Dive on in. We got a couple comments here.
Oh, yeah, we got,
Are
well,
you able to see those?
yeah, I've got Vincent's here. Good morning, Vincent. Wow, look at those guitars. I know, right? Penny, Rocky, and Sharon say hi. We just docked in Cartagena, Colombia. Fantastic. I saw a guy with that shirt, with this shirt, the one I'm wearing, the one on this ship.
That's
Well,
awesome.
it'd be a good cruise ship shirt for sure. I need to get on a cruise ship, be on one of those vans on the cruises. That'd be awesome. Oh, I did forget to mention, we have the live stream chat going on. So you can ask your questions, leave your comments. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Would love to know where you're at. And yeah, just of course, be polite, appropriate, family friendly, because it's a family show. So don't bog us down with any of that inappropriate stuff that some kids like to do these days. And then hit the subscribe, hit the share this with all your friends and family and all that good stuff. So that's what you got to do. And I'm going to do what I got to do right now. Let's do it. All right. First up. Oh,
I was gonna say, yep.
Jordan, you run the show. You tell me what to do. First up.
I don't know what it's called, so you take it from here.
You don't know what's
What the
called.
horn's called.
Oh, well, we got to do. Don't we do the watching the shirt thing?
I was just testing you.
Testing me. Yeah, right. Okay. Well, if you watched my little blurb of a show yesterday, it's the same watch I was wearing. I decided not to bring multiple watches on this trip. So that's my watch. That's my Movado Museum watch. My wife gave me that for my 50th anniversary. There it is. It's cool. Love it. The shirt, you've seen the shirt before. Daniel Cremieux. This is my bluefish shirt. That's what I call it. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
Nice.
There you go. That's enough about that. Let's look at some horns. I don't have my fancy gloves today. All sidetracked with all the Spyro Gyro stuff yesterday. So we're going to get these things all fingerprinty. I'll just have to wipe them off later. But first up, we're just going to go ahead and grab this. I don't even have the case to show you, but here we do. We have a top grade, one of the best, most iconic, universally known clarinets in the world. This is the legendary Buffet R13 clarinet. You may ask, what makes the Buffet R13 so legendary and iconic? Well, it revolutionized the clarinet world, really. One of the first, in fact, I think maybe the first to do what they call the polycylindrical bore. And if you've watched my show any number of times, you know what I'm talking about. But it's the bore, which is the internal dimension of the tube. Basically, it's just a long tube. And the bore is the internal dimensions. And when they say it's polycylindrical, that means that the interior bore is a series of cylinders of different diameters, basically. And they're not like staggered, you're not like one stacked on top of the other, but they kind of flow through the core of the horn, which does amazing things for the intonation of the instrument, for the tone of the instrument, for the resonance, pretty much everything. It's just, like I said, it just kind of revolutionized the whole clarinet world. And a lot of other companies have now kind of copied that design and modified it, to fit their own deals. But so what are the other specs of this horn if you need all the bells and whistles details?
Hey, Greg, sorry to interrupt.
Uh-oh.
Real quick, I think we just got the case in.
Oh, we just got the case. Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Jason. There's the case. Really nice, classic attaché style, briefcase style case. Not leather, looks like leather, feels like leather, but we try to be green these days and not have to kill the animals to make ourselves some really nice cases. Brass latches on there, nice black plush interior. That's just the case. Something nice and simple. I love the classic old school style cases like this. If you've watched the show, you know how much I disdain all the zippered cases with all the backpack straps and all that, which everybody loves but me, apparently. So, but anyway, that's the cool case. Back to the clarinet. A couple of the other features on this. This is aged, high-grade, hand-cut grenadilla wood, also known as African blackwood. It is an extremely dense wood, and dense means the grain of the wood is extremely tight and focused. So it produces a really nice, rich, warm sound, but can exude a lot of power in the sound as well. Other materials clarinets can be made out of course, all your student instruments are made out of what they call an ABS resin or plastic, or some of them are made out of hard rubber, which is kind of interesting. Um, they used to make metal clarinets. I mean, many, many different materials. But as far as woods of clarinets, Grenadilla is the most common. Cocobolo is another very popular wood these days. Pear wood is some that like E-flat clarinets and some other older Baroque style clarinets are made out of. Ebony has also been a popular rosewood. Those are pretty much kind of what you're going to see. And then, of course, Buffet has their what they call their Green Line series, which is a composite made of like grenadilla wood dust, and then another like kind of composite material. It's like I don't know how to describe it, but it's pressed and formed and molded, folded. It's folded into a material that has all of the sound characteristics of the wood, but then has the durability of a synthetic clarinet. So this has nickel-plated keys, which again, we've talked about the plating of the keys. It's really more of a decorative factor than it is for the playability or the sound of the instrument. Has a very nice feel. Nickel is going to wear a little bit better than the silver. Silver has a tendency to wear more quickly, but you got to love the look of a silver. So anyway, that's enough about that clarinet. That is the Buffet R13. Certainly live on the website, palonmusic.com. Give us a call, 417-882-7006. Check out our Reverb page, do it all, and take a clarinet home with you today. All right. Whew, that was a lot of talking about that clarinet.
That was good. Okay.
Next.
Next up, we recommend some music today.
All right. As I stated yesterday, probably that yesterday and Wednesday, it's Spyro week for me. So I wanted to share one more song with you from their most recent album, which is the Vinyl Tap, released in 2019. And it's their first ever album of covers. They did covers of classic rock songs from the 70s and 80s, which I thought was really cool. And so the song that they kind of closed out their set with last night is this one here called Tempted. Now the song Tempted, the original band that did this song is called Squeeze. If you're familiar with the band Squeeze, this is their song Tempted. So this is an all instrumental jazz version of it, if you will, in the stylings of Spyro Gyra, which you can't really get any better than that. Yeah, the song Tempted by Squeeze, performed by Spyro Gyra from their album Vinyl Tap. Kind of a play on, Spinal Tap, which was a great movie that came out in the 70s. And then, vinyl records. So there you go. I'm adding this to the playlist right now, the Wake Up with Greg playlist. That is on Spotify for you guys. You can check it out. Listen to all the music I've recommended on there for the last, 4,000 episodes we've done now, something like that. We're coming up on 13 hours of music on that playlist, guys. So may need to start a second one. So I don't know. We'll do a special one for the holidays when it comes to Christmas music season. We'll do an entire new Wake Up with Greg Christmas playlist. How's that? We'll do a different Christmas song every day. That'll be fun. Yeah. All right. So there it is. Tempted by Spyro Gyra, formerly Squeeze. It's a great song, guys. I'm feeling a little bit goofy today. There it is. Check that one out. We're going to figure this out one of these days where we can actually play these songs and you can hear them and we won't get in trouble for doing it. All right. So let's grab an instrument number 2 here. If I can reach. Got it. I'm going to need to get some more assistance here to do this for me. All right. You've seen one of these cases before. This is the classic. Seem to be, at least these first 2 instruments are kind of universally known and, the top in their field, the most or highest selling horns of their models in history. So we first had the Buffet R13 clarinet, and now we have the Bach Stradivarius trumpet. So what is great about the Bach Stradivarius trumpet? Again, this is one of those iconic instruments that it's the #1 selling horn in the world and has been for decades. It's just it's just kind of the perfect trumpet. It does everything that you want it to do. You can do, everything from classical to pop to jazz, anything you want to do with this horn. It's extremely versatile. But what makes it great, it's, well, of course, made in America. The clarinet made in France. I forgot to say that, but you guys know that. The Bach Stradivarius. This is the 180 S37. So 180 is the series, S for silver, and then 37 because it's got the 37 bell taper. One piece hand hammered yellow brass bell. One piece valve casing, all yellow brass valve casing, yellow brass lead pipe. Traditional tuning slide, not the reversed lead pipe there. It's just the traditional and kind of the D shape, or what we call the squared tuning slide. So you get a little bit more resistance with that, a little bit of that feedback to you for the horn, but a very powerful horn for sure. This is a medium large bore, is a 460, it's a 459, 460. I don't have the numbers in front of me at the moment, but you can look them up on the website and get the exact numbers on that. All the other appointments, you've got your third slide lock, you've got your first slide thumb hook, third slide ring, mother of pearl key touches on the finger buttons, and you've got your kind of added mass resonance rings on the bell attachment there, where the bell connects to the valves. And that is the Bach Stradivarius 180S37. This is the icon, guys. This is the one. If you're just unsure of what your next trumpet should be, and you're, an advancing high school player, or even a professional player looking for a great horn, you can rely on every day of the week, for any style of music you want to do. This is the horn for you guys. This is the Bach Stradivarius 180S37 in the bright silver plate. Also available in, I think you can get this as just a regular gold lacquer, but 99% of the ones we sell are in this beautiful, bright, silver-plated finish. So there it is. Check that out on the website, paymamusic.com, or come on in here to our store in O'Fallon and take this one home with you today. This very one. I mean, we've got a bunch of these in stock all across the company, but come in here and meet the guys in old St. Louis, O'Fallon, and take that one home. There's the, not a lot of fancy engraving on these horns, on the trumpets. They just do the logos, and that's about it. But there it is. That is horn number 2. And here we go, sticking with the tradition. Like I said, I love these old school cases. It's classic. You got the nice navy blue, what is that, velvet, velour? I don't know. I think it has that kind of velour feeling. Got the embroidered Bach logo there. So very nice, very cool. Take one home today, guys. All right. Let's move that to this side, because this last one I've got is a big horn. But before we do the big horn, what do we do next, Mr. Jordan?
Yeah,
right over there.
Can you share something cool with us?
Something cool. Yep. This is a little bit of a preview of the Jay Bekenstein Spyro Gyra show from last night. He did me a solid last night and autographed my first Spyro Gyra album. This is the first record I ever bought as a kid. Spyro Gyra City Kids. I think this came out in 1980. I want to say 82, somewhere around there. Just a classic Spyro Gyra album. Some of the greatest songs on here. But he signed, I don't know if you can even see. It says, what does it say? To Greg, thanks for your appreciation, Jay Bekenstein. And interestingly enough, this guy in the picture there, carrying a flower there, he looks kind of like Jay Bekenstein from the back. At least maybe what he looked like back then. I don't know. Anyway, super cool guy. It was an amazing experience meeting him yesterday and getting to hang out for the day and just have a really good time. So really short and sweet. That's my something cool. I'm going to treasure this forever and ever. It's going on the wall in my office as soon as I get back. So that's my short and sweet something cool from the show last night. So you'll get to see, did we film that? I don't remember. Did we actually film him? I see we've got it on film, so it's going to be in the special. So you can stay tuned for that when we get that out here shortly.
Cool. All right. Well, want to show one last horn?
Yeah. I'm actually doing good on time. I was looking at my watch. I was like, I feel like I'm rambling again today, but
Yeah, no, it's been good.
we're just moving right along. Do. All right, one last very large traditional style case. This is a Yamaha. You can see the logo there. And You've probably seen this horn a time or two recently because it's a recent acquisition. And, I've been doing all kinds of different things horn wise, but this is the Yamaha Custom Z tenor saxophone. This one happens to be a used model. And I say, well, why is it in the O'Fallon store when you've been showing it to us in Springfield? Well, I brought it with me because I've got a nice young lady coming in to check this horn out today. So, but in the meantime, I'm going to show it to you and you can check it out. This is the Yamaha 82Z Custom. Oh, let me grab that. It's a big boy here. This is Yamaha's top of the line professional tenor saxophone. Kind of positioned in, they have two high-end saxophones. They have the 82Z Custom, which is the one I have in front of me. And then they have the 875 EX Custom, which the 875 is where they've kind of positioned that as their classical horn per se. And then the 82Z is more their jazz horn. Now, I don't necessarily subscribe to those, preconceived notions of what a horn can do, because ultimately it comes down to the player and what the player is most comfortable with and what they are able to produce with a horn. So yeah, can you play classical with this? I'm sure you could. Could you play jazz with the other horn? I have no doubt. I've seen it done. But every company's got to position their horns in one way or another. So, but what are the features on this particular horn? This is the 82Z. We've got the big bell, large throat bore on this. We have the post to rib construction, full, very smooth, ergonomically designed keys with the high F sharp, the front F, beautiful mother of pearl key touches throughout. You've got high grade Italian leather pads on here. I'm hiding behind the horn. You can't see me. High grade Italian leather pads with metal tone boosters, domed metal tone boosters. Actually, look at those are the ones I think I've talked about this before. They're rivetless. They don't have the rivet in the center of the pad, which gives you a smooth contact surface for that power and projection and resonance on there. All your other bells and whistles, your adjustable thumb hook on the back. And Yamaha, I keep talking to you guys. You got to get rid of that plastic and get me a metal thumb hook on there. These are pro horns, guys. Come on now. Let's do this upright. All your fine adjustments, your F sharp, G sharp mechanism, lower adjustments on the bell keys, detachable bell and bow for easy servicing, and all of the stuff that you want on a pro grade horn. So this is the Yamaha Y82 or YTS Yamaha tenor sax YTS 82Z Custom. I do also have this horn in stock in the black finish, the black lacquer finish, which is stunning. Absolutely cool horn there. And that was brand new. This one happens to be used, but you can't tell that by looking at it. It looks brand new. The customer we got it from, who traded it for a different horn, I don't think he ever played it, to be completely honest. It just looks perfect. The engraving is gorgeous, all done by hand by the fine artisans in Japan. Classic horn. Top grade professional Yamaha right here, guys. This is the horn for you if you want to take your playing to the next level, or you just got that gig of a lifetime and you're needing to step it up. This is the one for you. The YTS 82Z Custom from Yamaha. Live on the website, palinmusic.com. Give me a call, 417-882-7006, or check out our Reverb page. That's the neck, in case you're wondering what I'm just twirling there in front of you. All right. So that is the final horn of the day. Boom. What do we got left, Mr. Jordan?
Can you share some wisdom before we get out of here today?
If I've got any wisdom to share, yep, I do. This is a little piece, a little quote about music from a gentleman by the name of Bertold Auerbach. You're wondering, who the heck is that? I'm wondering who the heck is that. I don't know who he is. But I found out who he is. He's a German poet and author, and was the founder of the German Tendency novel. We're using air quotes here because there were quotes on the thing that I read. And the Tendency novel, in which fiction is used as a means of influencing public opinion on social, political, moral, and religious questions. And we don't talk about political, moral, or religious questions on this show, but apparently Bertold Auerbach did. And And this is what he says about music. It's a very simple quote, but I think there's a lot to say, to soak in from this. It says, music washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. Right? I mean, that's a good thought. I mean, because I would say it's very true. I mean, I listen to music all day long. That's how I keep myself alive, to be honest. Music washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. So, guys, get that dust out of there. Brush it off. Get some music in you. Share some music. Get out there and share it with the world, because it makes the world a better place. Not a lot going on in the chat this morning. Mom was here. Peyton showed up. He's in St. Louis. Yes, I am in St. Louis. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being here on the show this morning. And we'll be back again Monday morning doing this all over again at 8:30 a.m. Central, right here on our Palin Music Band and Orchestra channel. And feel free while you're there, check out all of our other channels and our other shows. We got my buddy Nate on Chords and Coffee, and we've got our Spanish language channel. We just got all kinds of stuff going on out there. So check us out and give us all the likes and the subscribes and the shares and all that good stuff. So I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. And remember this, helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I and we are here for you too. You guys have a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.